What is the material impact on employees of this release? I'm going to say it one more time. What is the material impact on employees of this release? That is how we scope and size the amount of change management that's needed for this release. Because material impact on employees' jobs is really where the rubber meets the road. We got the picture of the tire here. That, in the end, is where change actually happens. Is what does this release mean to people's actual jobs? And so Prosci over the last couple of years have introduced this model about the 10 aspects of a person's job that your change may or may not impact. When you implement a change or a particular release, you have the ability to impact people's processes, systems, tools, job roles, critical behaviors, mindsets, attitudes, beliefs, reporting structures, performance reviews, compensation, location. This is how we describe material impact. When this change comes to life, how might these things look different? And I've taken this into what I've started to call this yesterday, tomorrow exercise, because I'm not that creative at naming. And essentially what we're looking at is a table. What did your process look like yesterday? What's it going to look like tomorrow? And again, I don't mean December 18th and December 20th. I mean before this release, after this release. How did your processes look? What did your systems look like before and after? What about tools before and after? What about job roles before and after? Critical behaviors before and after? This is about defining material impact to how people do their jobs. It is also how we define ability in ADKAR. It's how we define adoption and usage so we can put metrics around them. I mean, to me, this is one of the biggest missing pieces in the change landscape, is boiling our changes down to the true change impact on people and how they do their jobs. And Prosci has brought forward this model, again, for the last 2 or 3 years. What does it look like in Agile, though? So I've taken my Agile illustration. This is what I mean by material impact at each release. And of course, different groups might be impacted differently, so we might have a couple of these sitting behind them. But could we take each release and start to say, what is the impact to people's processes, systems, tools, job roles, critical behaviors, mindsets, attitudes, beliefs, reporting structures, performance reviews, compensation, and location? Focusing on material impact is how we size and scale and understand what change management's actually needed there in the first place.